Moving to a new city is normally a stressful thing, probably more so when you're PCSing to a new duty station. If you are military or a military contractor and have been assigned to Macdill Air Force Base here in Tampa, congratulations. You are coming to one of the best bases in the Air Force. Well, at least the people around Tampa seem to think so. While in Tampa, you are going to love the weather, the miles of white sandy beaches, the gorgeous sunsets, and we want to help you get acquainted with the area. Plus, if you watch until the end of the video, there will be a bonus for you. So let's start talking about the Tampa Bay area. Hello, my name is Mike Lavoie. I am a realtor in the Tampa Bay area with Dalton Wade Real Estate. My wife Paula and I have lived in the Tampa area for 30 or so years. We love helping people with one of the largest transactions they will probably ever make. That would be buying or selling a home. If this is your first visit to our favorite YouTube channel, please take a couple seconds and click on the subscribe button down below. Hit that notification bell as well. We will send you a message when our next video is published, which should be next Thursday. You are not going to want to miss out on any of that information, mostly real estate related here in the Tampa Bay area. Today, I want to talk to you military or government contractors who have been assigned to Macdill Air Force Base here in Tampa. I want to go over some of the neighborhoods you might be considering as a place to live and their relationship to the base. Also, I want to get you numbers on house prices and drive times. Prices are going to be based on averages in neighborhoods, pretty simple math. Drive times, well, drive times are going to vary based on when and where you need to be at work. Most military people I know, like my daughter, are up well before daybreak and on their way to the road around 6 o'clock. The return trip is around 4 p.m. That's great because you'll miss most of the traffic. If you're on the road around 8 a.m., you're going to be out there with thousands of your fellow motorists, mostly civilians, headed to the office. Yes, like most other major metropolitan areas, Tampa has a rush hour. Actually, we have two of them, one in the morning and one early afternoon. Depending on rain and accidents, drive times to anywhere in the Tampa Bay area can swing 30 to 45 minutes. So keep that in mind when you're deciding on where you want to call home. Most people who don't live in the Tampa Bay area have no idea how big the base really is. Macdill is located right in the middle of Tampa Bay area on the southern tip of Tampa Peninsula, just about 4 or so miles south of downtown Tampa. Macdill is an Air Command mobility station, the headquarters for the United States Central Command and United States Special Operations Command. My daughter, who is active Air Force, tells me that Macdill is one of the better bases. All I know is that they have two very nice golf courses. One of them, the South Course, runs along the side of the bay and is very pretty. And it's supposed to be one of the more difficult in the Air Force. With all of the activity down at Macdill, there are a lot of military and civilian professionals who work at the base. I know that circumstances do not always allow you time to get to know the area before you have to report to work. Hopefully, this and my other videos about neighborhoods will give you a little starting point. Before we get started, I am not affiliated with the military, nor am I affiliated with the Macdill Air Force Base. I'm just a realtor trying to get you some information to make your PCS a little bit less stressful. The Air Force offers a ton of help down on the base, and you should definitely utilize all of it. So let's get started. You are going to love living in Tampa. Macdill is one of those bases people want to come to. My guess is that the weather, beautiful white sandy beaches, relaxed lifestyle, and the lower cost of living are a big draw. We get a lot of military who PCS here and then wind up staring at for retirement because it's not that bad a place to live on or off the base. Please check out my video on general information about living in Tampa and why it is such a great place to live. So if you have decided to live off base, there are several options available. The decision on where you want to live is, well, depends on what's important to you. Is that commute time or schools, housing prices, proximity to the beach or a golf course? In the next few minutes, I am going to go over a few of the options available. Please keep in mind the Tampa Bay area is huge. There is no way you are going to sit here and watch a video that covers it all. If you're interested in a particular area that I don't cover, make a note of it in the comment section down below. I will get information to you. You can also leave questions you might have at the same place. One of the more common questions we get is about commute times. Like we talked about earlier, the base is located at the southern tip of the peninsula. That makes it close to the neighborhoods near South Tampa and downtown. That also puts it a distance from the major popular suburbs. You will become very familiar with Dale Mabry Highway and the Selman Expressway, as well as your Sun Pass. Dale Mabry is the main north and south road that runs from the base to Pasco County, where it merges with US 41 and goes on into Georgia. The Selman Expressway heads east from the base to the Brandon area and is a toll road, so the cost of tolls needs to be added into your travel data. Sun Pass is the automated system where you pay for those tolls. You're going to need to establish a SubPass account and get some transponders. The website to set that account up is listed down below. The other commonly asked question we get is about schools. Hillsborough County is in the top 10 largest school systems in the country, which makes reviewing each of them in this format almost impossible. I have put a link in the notes down below to the website the state has set up to give some details about each of those schools. Let's start near the base with South Tampa. Obviously, it is the closest to Macdill and is the more desirable location if you are commuting to the base and that's an issue for you. At less than 9 miles, the commute is going to be easy, maybe 5 or 6 minutes, depending on where you are in that area. Even during rush hour, you're looking at 20 or so minutes at worst. If you like big city feel, this would be your choice. You will be minutes from downtown, Bayshore Boulevard, shopping, the airport, dining, and all the activities that happen in downtown Tampa. Getting to the beach is about a 35 to 45 minute drive depending on which beach you head for. Near the base, housing is still affordable, but as you move north towards downtown, housing prices begin to decline. The area in general is one of the most expensive in the Bay Area to live. The average home near the base sold for about $422,000 last year. Townhomes are in the $353,000 range. As you get farther north, housing prices increase rather dramatically and get into these 7 figures real quick. East of Tampa, you will find Brandon. Brandon is an incorporated city, which when Paul and I moved here was in the early 1980s. It was a sleepy little bedroom community. Very rural, plenty of cattle. Over the years, it has become one of the major cities in the area and is a very popular place to live. There is plenty of shopping, restaurants, entertainment, and several very established neighborhoods in the area. It really has become a self-contained city of its own. The best way to get there from the base is the Selman Expressway. It is a fairly new freeway. Traffic flows normally real well. It has changeable express lanes that change with the time of day, either into Tampa in the morning or out of Tampa in the evening, which really does help with the flow. It is a toll road and it will cost you about $3 each way. The distance about 19 miles, and on a good day with no rain or accidents, you're looking at about 22 minutes non-rush hour, 35 minutes during rush hour, plus or minus a few. Brandon has been around for many years, so there are several established neighborhoods in the area. Last year, the price of a single-family home was $258,000, and the average price of a townhome is around $150,000. Just to the east of Brandon is the town of Lithia. Specifically, I want to talk about the neighborhood of Fishhawk Ranch. Fishhawk Ranch is about 26 miles from the base. Once again, you will be taking the Selman to get most of the way, surface roads after that. Travel time is going to be about 37 minutes or so, non-rush hour. During rush hour, travel times can be 55 minutes or better. Why would you consider traveling that far twice a day? Mostly because of Fishhawk Ranch. Fishhawk is a large, beautiful subdivided neighborhood that has become a very popular place to live, particularly with families because of the highly rated schools, but also because it is a very pretty neighborhood with really cool amenities like the resort-style pools and miles of walking trails, playgrounds, parks, and restaurants, all inside of Fishhawk. The downside is that it is popular, meaning housing prices definitely go up in order to be in the neighborhood. In 2019, the average single-family home cost $412,000, while townhomes were about $195,000. South of Brandon is Riverview, which is about 22 miles from the base. In Riverview, you will have easy access to shopping, dining, entertainment. Getting there also involves the Selman and tolls. When you are on the Selman, it travels along fairly well. However, to get into Riverview, you need to use a lot of surface roads. Traffic slows down. Your non-rush hour commute will be close to 27 minutes, 40 minutes during a rush hour. There is plenty of new construction and resales in the area, with single-family homes priced at about the $267,000 range. Townhomes are about $168,000. Riverview has become a very popular place to move. Expect a lot of congestion. Remember a minute ago I mentioned getting familiar with Dale Mabry Highway? Well, if you head north on Dale Mabry out of the base, you're going to run into an area known as Carrollwood. Like Brandon, years ago, Carrollwood was a sleepy rural bedroom community. Originally developed in the 1950s, Carrollwood is known now for mature neighborhoods with larger home lots, beautiful trees and landscaping, and since the 1990s, a ton of businesses. There are restaurants, shopping, entertainment, you name it. It has great access to downtown, the airport, the beaches, major sports venue over at Buck Stadium or Yankee Stadium. Actually, there are 3 routes into Carrollwood from the base. Besides Dale Mabry, there is I-275, which runs up along the east side of Carrollwood, and to the west of Carrollwood is the Veterans Toll Road. Somehow, I don't know how, but no matter which one you use, travel time is within minutes of each other. The distance is 14 to 19 miles and is going to take 30 minutes non-rush hour. During rush hour, you're looking at 45 to 60 minutes, if there is no accidents, which does happen. Homes in the area run from the mid-200s to well over $1 million. The average single-family home last year was sold was $309,000. Townhomes in the area were about $193,000 range. The area has several parks, biking trails, a couple of lakes, 3 golf courses. 2 of those are private over at Carrollwood Golf and Country Club and then Avila Golf Club. The public course is Northdale Golf Club. All of them have tennis courts and community pools, all the amenities. Homes in those neighborhoods are a little bit higher priced, more so as you get nearer to the course. West of Carrollwood is one of North Hillsborough's more popular areas, Westchase. Westchase has been popular for 20 years at least, and encompasses Westchase proper and several surrounding areas. There you will find easy access to the beaches, shopping, dining, professional services, and the airport. The neighborhood is divided into several smaller enclaves. Most are gated and the price depends on which one you decide to move into. Westchase is another very nice neighborhood with plenty of amenities, and it has a beautiful golf course at Westchase Golf Club. I've played it dozens of times. Your commute is going to be about 20 to 25 miles, and using the Veterans Toll Road, you will be spending about 40 minutes non-rush hour, 55 to 60 during rush hour. Housing is not cheap in the area. In Westchase proper, single-family homes are going to run about $466,000, and townhomes are averaging in the $273,000 range. Moving away from Westchase into the Eagles, for instance, prices drop rather quickly. Let's go farther north and east into Wesley Chapel. Wesley Chapel is one of those areas around Tampa where construction and growth has just gone berserk, and we get a lot of questions about the area. Wesley Chapel is a huge piece of land with more subdivisions than we can cover here. Your commute is going to depend a lot on where you settle in that area. The distance is at least 35 miles. The commute involves the Selman and I-275, which during non-rush hour is a solid 40 minutes. During rush hour, it can be over an hour. So why? Once you get there, it's amazing. There is new home construction as well as a good supply of resale homes all over the place. Every subdivision seems to have its own amenities like pools and clubhouses and golf and tennis. One boasts the only lagoon in the country. Most of the subdivisions are either brand new or a couple of years old, eliminating the teardowns that might exist on the street. Maintenance on the homes are less, and most have been built to the latest building codes. Translate that into energy efficiency and dollars saved on that air conditioning unit in the summertime. The schools are traditionally rated pretty high. Shopping is all over the place. There's Wiregrass Mall and the Outlet Mall, probably the biggest ones. Restaurants are everywhere, as is entertainment all along Highway 54. That plus housing is actually affordable. Single-family homes average $312,000. Townhomes are averaging $205,000. Okay, the final place I want to bring up is over the bridge. If you want city life, but have a burning desire to be near or on the beach, St. Petersburg would be a good place to start looking. Since we moved here, downtown St. Pete has gone from being God's waiting room to a vibrant metropolitan city. Shopping, dining, businesses, professional services, entertainment, wineries, craft breweries, they're all over there. Not to mention, you are minutes away from the best beaches in the country. As usual, there's always a downside. Depending on where you are in the St. Pete area, and remember it's a huge peninsula, the distance is 20 to 30 miles. Assuming there are no accidents on either the Gandy Bridge or the Howard Franklin Bridge, your commute should be probably about the same as any location on the mainland like Carrollwood or Brandon. However, we don't call it the Howard Frankenstein for no reason. If there's an accident on either bridge, you are looking at least 50 minutes to get to or from the base. Downtown St. Pete is a lively and beautiful place to live. However, it's a lot more expensive than other areas. The average single family home is around $600,000, and if you're looking for a townhome or condo, the price is going to be around $500,000. There are more affordable places than downtown, but they are moving north and away from the city, farther from the base. Still, those areas are just as nice as any in the Bay Area. So I hope this brief summary has been helpful to you in your move to Tampa. The Bay Area is huge, and if there are a lot of neighborhoods that I just don't have time to go over without making this into a docuseries. If you have questions about an area that I did not cover, please feel free to contact me. Phone or text me at 813-575-2124. And since you made it through the entire video, assuming you are not sleeping, as promised, the Moving to Tampa guide. Go to that link that's also down below. Enter your email address and I will send you the guide. Actually, it's a link that will let you either view it or download the PDF document. For more information on home buying here in the Tampa Bay area, stay tuned for my next video. It's been a pleasure talking to you.